Life is pretty much depressing and boring when you broke. And that's one of the main issues. A lot of men are out here depressed. A lot of men out here, feeling some kind of way. They broke. A lot of men out here broke. Can't do nothing. Can't go to the bar if you wanted to. Can't go to the clubs. Don't have no money to spend. And going to the bars and going to the clubs and not being able to spend is pointless. It's pointless. And it adds to the depression. It adds to the mental anguish. It adds to it. Just going and you're seeing everybody else spend money. You're seeing guys in the clubs who really have it, and they got all the women in their section, and all the women are around them, and they really spending money on bottles, and not even saying that they actually have it, but from that perspective right there, it appears as if they do, and they're having a good time. They have the drinks coming, they have the beautiful women around them. And just seeing that constantly can do something to you. It really can. And especially if you do work. I'm not talking about guys who just want to go party and want to go, to the club and don't work, not producing, but there's a lot of guys out here who are actually producing, actually working their butt off actually, and still can't afford to do anything. Still can't afford to have fun, still can't afford to go out with friends. And that's a sad part about where we are in society right now. Everything is no longer affordable. Going out it used to be you just go out and have a good time. Now you're getting taxed as soon as you put a toe out the door. The parking guys want to tax you. It's $50 to park. So before you even get into the place, if especially if you stay in a busy metropolitan area, especially on the weekends, they're double taxing. So you paying $50 to park, but before you even get to your destination, and then you have to pay to get in. Well, that's another $40, $50, right? So you are already down $100 down the drain before you even start having fun. Shit, maybe your budget was $100. You was gonna spend all that 100, just on drinks, or maybe that 100 was supposed to be spent on the door fee and getting in. But it's ridiculous now. It's ridiculous. And then before you even get in, like you've already spent 100, plus dollars, right? Then the drinks are crazy, right? We already know those bottles that they're serving, in the clubs and the bars. I mean, you can get the same price they charging for the drink. You can get the whole bottle, at the liquor store. So, you know, in some form of fashion, we're involving ourselves in the scam. We already know it's a scam. They got to make their money, and but that's capitalism, in a nutshell, right? So it's crazy. Then you got to wake up Monday morning and go back to that job that's not even paying you enough, and yeah, that shit is depressing. That shit is depressing. So it's understandable. I tell you guys all the time. I understand. Like, see, my job is to understand, but then communicate to you the other side. There's more than one side to the story. Not all the time do you have to live in the doom and gloom, but sometimes shit is just doom and gloom. Sometimes shit is just doom and gloom. You got to wake up and do the whole thing back over. And by the time paycheck comes back around, you already done spent it on bills. You already done spent it on your rent, your mortgage, right? You already spent it on the things that you're supposed to spend it on. And then by the time you look down, I mean, you don't have nothing to save. You don't have nothing to. And then it's cool if you didn't even have nothing to save, right? That would have been cool if you had a little bit of pocket change to have fun with. At least you can alleviate the pain. Many can't even alleviate the pain. Many can't even afford. Many can't even afford a bad habit. Weed habit is expensive. To smoke all your pain away, that's expensive. Trust me, I've been there, done that too. Well, my habit was back in, well before my adult years. By the time I became an adult, I already came out of that habit. But even back then, I spent thousands. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on marijuana, on Mary J. I spent a lot. So I can only imagine. And then that was back when you can get a G for 10. I don't think nowhere in the country you can't get a G for 10 nowhere in the country no more. They're charging what? I don't know the prices now, but I'm sure somewhere along 25, 30, 35 last time I heard, you know. Everybody got the exotical melodical now, right? Everybody got that. But even if you wanted to escape, you can't escape. Because you gotta redo everything back Monday. You gotta do the same thing every single month. Shit gets depressing and boring. A lot of men want to escape. A lot of men don't want to be working those dead end 9 to 5 jobs, man. You got to go in and deal with people you don't want to deal with. Borderline about to smack your boss, about to smack your coworkers. You damn near about to snap. A lot of people tired of dealing with that, man. A lot of guys just want to do what they want. I'm sure a lot of men do want to be productive, but they want to be productive in the right ways. And a lot of times working these corporate jobs and working these dead end jobs is not going nowhere. Like I said, you barely scraping by anyway. We already know the stats. You got to be making somewhere around, really in today's time, 150 150 household to really be comfortable. Not even balling, comfortable. Now, if you're making 150 as a single dude, oh yeah, you're balling. You're balling for sure. But even then, you still shouldn't get comfortable. Still shouldn't get comfortable. A lot of guys, man, just want to, work hard and be able to reap the rewards for working hard. And that's why I say I understand now that a lot of guys are just opting out because a lot of guys do work hard and they're not reaping the rewards. They're not reaping the rewards at all. Can't save for a house. Can't save for emergencies. Right? Like I said, can't even go out and get drunk if you wanted to. See, I'm all for if you work hard, play hard. If you work hard, play hard. See, when I go all out. See, when I go out, I spend thousands when I go out. I spend the hundreds, upper hundreds when I go out. Right? I work hard and I like to play hard. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's what most men want, right? But how this scams looking now, how the scams of the world is working now, looking like if you really not strong mentally, if you really, can't make it through hard times, you're not going to be able to come over that wall and really see the fruits of your labor, because now you really have to be a special kind of person to really make it in current economy, this current economic times, which is not going to get any better, and it's not looking like the skills gap is improving. I mean, people are dumb, honestly. A lot of people are dumb and not willing to put the work in. But even for the people who are willing to put the work in, you got to be a special kind of person. And for you guys who always claiming, oh, money's not everything. You can still enjoy yourself. And bro, bro, most people don't find enjoyment out of cutting wood and staying on a plot of land for forever. I mean, if that's what you mean as fun, I mean, most people don't classify that as fun, my guy. That sounds like a simple and boring life. And don't get me wrong, some people may like simple and boring. But I know 90% of men, especially if you're born after Gen X, honestly, and if you younger millennial on down, yeah, that life ain't for you. That life ain't for you. More than likely you want to travel city to city, state to state, country to country, explore different cultures, explore different lands, explore different, communities and countries, all of that. You want different out of life. You want something different. And even if you had a plot of land, listen, even to live simple and boring, you still need some money. You still need some money. Either you're stacked up, you're strapped with cash, or you're still working and doing what you need to do. But how society is set up now, most of the jobs are centered in big metropolitan areas, and only people who may have some local manufacturing jobs in their city, in a small town, or you just so lucked up and got you something remote and you can move around wherever you want to. Those are only kind of people who can really live a simple and boring life, right? A lot of people move into Texas because they want simple, affordable living. Hey, for all of y'all who listen, it's done. Finito is over. There's not going to be any more simple, affordable living in Texas. It's not. Check the latest statistics. Housing has gone up. There's a housing shortage. People are not getting paid enough. The same shit. It's depressing, man. For sure. I understand a lot of men's sentiments. I understand. A lot of men are stuck in a hard place. And not all of it is your doing. Not all of it is your fault, right? But you do need to have some bread to really enjoy this human life. The only way to enjoy this life without the money is if everything collapsed and reset, right? And we went back to, trading actual commodities and, you know, living off the land and, having the family and all of that, right? But that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And even if it does happen, we're gonna be here for the collapse. Who wants to be here for the collapse? You would rather be here after the reset, not during the collapse, right? But yeah, you need money to enjoy yourself in today's time, because life is just going to be one depressing, boring shit show. And even when you do go out, why go out and be broke? Why go out and spend your last when you could have stayed down for 5 to 10 years and really get out here and really ball? So I don't know. I really don't know what this video is. I don't know if it's encouragement. I don't know if it's motivational. It's really just top of the mind. Really just top of the mind. Late night conversations. Late night conversations. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the After Pill 2.0. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.